Okay, hi. We are the last team. So just before going off into the sunset, which is, guess everybody's a little bit tired. I had like 4 of this. And our team's name is called Byte Blockheads. It's just a play on words, of course. We are very diverse, as you can see, and we had a very magnificent, interesting mentor at the middle. It looks like a, like a religious figure there, well, just like. So we really talk about like the setting of the challenge and the stakeholders that we have. The main stakeholders that we had, of course, are the Universal Beach Hotels and Met Gardens, but just as well, I'm going to speak a little bit from the perspective of like the user. Like I've been a digital nomad since 2013, so it's been like 10 years, and I've been in crypto since 2010. So I feel the pains of like implementing blockchain sometimes too early. So the mission, and I really want to emphasize on this, according to the Paulson Institute, there is a 700 billion yearly gap on biodiversity finance. So this is also a very interesting take, going beyond the hotel and travel industry. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this after, but as I go forward. So we really went to the problem. So we're talking about a journey. We're talking about how people go through these touch points in a journey as they come, do their checking, do their booking, do their check-in, go through these notions. How do we incentivize people to actually participate in this marine restoration effort? All right. So going deeper into this, we also had like a take on a Telegram-based chatbot experience for people going into uncovering like this logic. So this is pretty much like a scavenger hunt kind of logic that can be accessed through QR codes and NFT. I'll let you guys know all about the NFC chips, which I think are pretty interesting as well. And it can scale into, of course, a membership-based kind of system. So this is how the process is. Like very tiny, but I'm going to go into the technical side of things as well. So basically, we have different touch points. I think the most interesting touch point, even if there is a chatbot in the website or like Universal, which would be interesting to do an integration, but just as well is when you check in. If you check in, just as well, you can scan an NFC and just get on board in the easiest, seamless, less friction way possible. That's pretty interesting. I mean, QR codes are interesting, but like I think like this is a technology I'm going to talk about a little bit later, but maybe you're going to have some questions about it, but like more specifically. So after you have this first touch point, you get on board, you scan the QR code or you scan an NFC. Basically, you go into the journey or going towards the logic of the sponsoring a transaction. What we did, and we noticed like the platform where Met Gardens had this, marine restoration like donation efforts, they don't have an API, so we built schemas for Camino Messenger to do this kind of integration. It's also a very interesting opportunity because this platform has 140,000 different kind of projects of restoration and conservation efforts. So this could tie up to different kind of like industry partners that are in the space. So like people go through the journey, they do their donation, and just as well get a collectible that can be, can enable like membership perks, and just as well like provide function as a voucher to get access to like any X benefits. We were also told about getting a drink at the bar as well. So, pretty much on everybody's mind. But anyhow, I'm going to talk about like the technical logic behind this. So we have the Telegram bot that has a user interface and also enables the NFT minter. There is a pixel art generator there that is connected to ChatGPT, which is pretty interesting, so people can customize their own NFT as they go in that sense. And just as well, like, well, okay, this is triggered by finding and scanning or being presented with a scanning point. This as well goes into the payment logic that I'm going to show you. Like I had a tiny light demo there. And we had 2 smart contracts deployed on the testnet of Columbus. One for distributing the payments. So this goes like directly like Universal and Met Gardens. And this can be customized in different ways if we want to like touch directly into local, more grassroots logics. And just as well the smart contract NFT. And well, I'll show you how it looks in Columbus later as well. These are the schemas on Camino Messenger. Yeah, we can talk about this later in more detail. It's also like give you access to this more specifically. So, all right. We also had a QR code Yes, but I'm gonna let the guys at the front look into how this works just as well. So first, I'm just gonna scan my own QR code to show you how this goes. Okay, so start. So you have the first scan. You are prompted into this journey, and basically you had started the game. You don't really need to click start the game, but like the other interesting take is doing the NFC. So, wait for it. It's okay. You scan the NFC, and basically you get access to like another logic. So you had two ways of jumping into the journey, just as well like not necessarily going through like scanning QR codes. Okay, so I'm gonna generate what was the best prompt? Like cats, funny. And you like the puppies? I like the cats. Funny cats dancing. Yeah, I was gonna make it more complex, but like this takes a little while, like going through ChatGPT's API. You can see my screen. So here we had the customization of the NFT, which is this is good. And then we can customize like these numbers that you see at the bottom are basically the amount of square meters that you want to donate for, and just as well like the time. So you have this logic. Of course, it could look better, but well, first try. In that sense, so let's say 3 square meters. No, let's go nuts. Let's say 100 square meters per 6 months. Oh, yes. So you get this prompt to do the payment, and you can actually pay with CAM. There's two logics here. Goes into the Telegram. I think I need to click start, right? No. Or play Columbus. Oh, there you go. So basically, you see the logic of the transaction, and it should update on testnet. Ooh, wizardry, go. It's beautiful moments of waiting. Sometimes these appreciated. Oh, there you go. All right. So basically, now we had a token, an NFT, a 721 on chain on Tesla, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I can show you how this works. This actually, the collectibles that you have here, you can put them on Apple Wallet and Google Wallet. This wasn't coded by us, but just as well, like looking into solutions where you don't have to install an app, looking into solutions where you can port the data into secure elements that people already know, secure instances. There you go.
Thank you. On questions, Manuel. Thanks for your solution. So, would there be any other method than Telegram any other method to donate instead of Telegram? Did you think about Web 2 customers as well?
Yeah. So sorry. Yeah. So let's say when you scan these ones and also with a QR code, you get not only a collectible that has a CK proof, but just as well like we're leveraging somebody else's technology, beautiful composability, but just as well like you can put a link into it and allow people to go through a process. We also foresee like let's say a possible integration with these beautiful friends, Dform or Blocksurvey to do like on-chain like service of like quality of service at the end. So this could be integrated different touch points to the journey, and people get X benefits.
Thanks.
Thank you.
No more questions, and thanks a lot to all the teams.